All right. Testing 1, 2, test. Scotto, Lindo. Hear me? Bum, 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 bum. We got that on. Check. Fish day. Yeah, I don't show my microphone. There's TP. I haven't gotten a confirmation if they can hear me or yet. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, good. Yeah, I don't.
Dave, can you hear me?
I never know if everything's hooked up properly. I have requested, but I've yet to see anything. It's Linda and Scotto's in there. You know, Scotto says, yep, bye, bro. Yeah, my grandmother told me years ago the reason why Fridays became popular with the Catholics as fish day, because nowhere does it say anything about fasting and fish. my little Irish grandmother was, of course, it's Roman Catholic. Because they called themselves Irish Catholic, but it's Roman Catholic. And, she told me that the reason that all changed is, I believe it was maybe King Henry. But when the Catholics would fast, it did so much damage to the fish industry because Great Britain relied on fish and salt, I believe, were their two main. I think she told me, yeah, fish and salt were their two main industrial sources, and at that time. And so when the Catholics would fast during Lent, they were having to throw fish away. Fish was spoiling because they couldn't sell it because everybody was fasting. So I don't know how true all this is, but she told me that I think it was King Henry. I don't know. I'd probably have to go back and look and see if the timeline works out. But one of the British royalties said, "Okay, here's the deal: you can't eat meat, but you can eat fish, and you can do it on Fridays." That kept them from throwing fish away.
Fascinating.
Makes sense to me. I mean, everything else is motivated by commerce. I don't know why that wouldn't be too. You know.
Yeah, or some king wanting to do something that the religion wouldn't allow.
Right, which was pretty common as well. What was Henry? Was Henry the one that had all the wives? Yeah, it was Henry's the one that actually they formed the Episcopal Church.
Hmm.
Yeah, because they was the Catholic Church wouldn't
Yeah,
allow him to.
yeah, exactly. That was it.
Yeah. So he formed the Episcopal Church and said, okay, well, you're not going to do that. We'll just start our own gig here.
Yeah. And people ask me why I don't take religion seriously.
Right. Yeah. Well, and for good reason. Yep. For good reason. Oh, let's see.
Welcome to Church Talk.
Yeah, welcome to Saturday Night Live.
This is our first caller.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can get my laptop fired up here. Sorry, I sound like shit. That would be because I feel like shit. That would be because I'm ill at the moment.
I mean, I got home just by the skin of my teeth. Had things happen today I wasn't anticipating, so but that never fails. So yeah, anyway,
you were at, let me guess, you were at church.
In here, we'll play your new video
if you want.
Of course we do. Of course we
I figure most people have probably seen it.
So,
all right then.
Yeah. I guarantee you, I will catch something I didn't catch the first time by watching it again. Oh, so Jet and Greg, and
hey
Linda
Greg,
so far, Scotto,
Linda.
Scotto, busy guy, man. he gets around. I saw him. I see him over at Stone Bed all the time. That was awful. Wasn't that? Yeah, I think Jet gave like a, I don't know, shit, a whole buttload of memberships away the other day over there. It was awfully nice of you, Jet.
And I don't know why my avatar doesn't show up a lot of the time. But I'm just going to change it to AI Chili because I can't find the other one right now. It's not showing up shows up in StreamYard, but it doesn't show up.
What doesn't?
Excuse me, on the screen there.
What's that?
My little audio avatar. Oh, thanks. Yeah. And again, I was not intending to make fun of Chili's bedwetting, which is actually quite common. Kids, even, but the point was just seeing if it was an interesting story. It was interesting. If it's true, it's interesting hearing about his background like that. The person did contact me on Reddit and said they were going to reach out to me with some more stories. So we'll see.
Yeah.
After I made the video, but yeah, because there's a reason why this guy's this big of a prick. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's kind of fascinating to find out why.
Yeah, I've heard a few little stories over the last couple of years of his days in Alaska. I was happy to hear that he confirmed it about the wrestling thing, because we pretty well sewed that up at one point.
Yeah, well, it's pretty easily searchable at this point, I would imagine, any kind of records like that. So, if you're not turning up anything.
Yep. Yeah, I remember digging around and looking at all the, going to the newspaper articles and stuff and paying for a subscription. And that's a couple of years ago. Not really worth it, though, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Hey, Tats. Hey, USMC.
Hey, Tats. What's going on?
Yeah, sorry. I'm really struggling a bit here. I'm just not feeling good at all. But, yeah, if you guys haven't seen the publicdocuments.com, the website there, it's pretty interesting reading for somebody who doesn't have a criminal history. That reading will keep you occupied for quite a while. On the lying front, it's like Wrangler. People like that they're pathological, and they'll just say whatever gets them ahead or gets, is to their advantage. So,
well, I've been so damn busy in between trying to get my health back to a decent balance and trying to keep up with everything else going on in the world. I haven't had many opportunities to go to Tat's channel or to Stone Vet's channel lately. I popped in.
Yeah, I've only
been the other night. I've just been so damn busy, but
yeah.
I see that the pressure hasn't let up any, and it just blows my mind that SOB still he's got to be buying subs. There's
You think so?
He
went down and then went up twice as much as he went down. I don't think so. His content is not that fucking compelling.
Yeah. I used to base it on clicks and views and stuff anyway, rather than the subs. Subs really don't mean that much.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's the other thing. Those aren't going up noticeably.
Right.
So
when you go to the analytics and you see that the sub, when it spikes up and the other one's spiking is going down, then there's definitely something nefarious going on.
Yeah.
I
can't believe he would do something dishonest like that. Shocking, I tells you.
I don't know how in the hell. I just, you know what? I would just have to kind of fold my wings and fade away. I just don't think I could.
Well, the difference here, Ram, is that you have a conscience. And that's another feature of both Chili and Wrangler. They lack empathy and they lack a conscience. So this shit just does not bother them. People like that. So, yeah. I mean.
Yeah. Master Sergeant has a live stream set up tonight, doesn't he? Like at 6 or something.
Yeah. Yep. Be there or be square.
Be there, be square. That's true.
Yeah. I haven't been able to really get around to any stuff lately too much, just for a few minutes at a time, unfortunately. But I do have a short video coming out about Wrangler that's pretty good, inspired by Stone Vet. I'm toying with trying to get. I mean, it's more or less done. I just have to throw intro and outro on it. I think I might try and get that up by the time Master Sergeant goes up tonight. What was I saying? Where am I? What's going on?
It's that kind of day. My heart rate just got down. I was hauling ass on the turnpike to get here before pushing awfully close. Awfully close. Well, it wouldn't have bothered me so much if we do it around Tuesday night. Hey, Linda, let me know when you see enough people in there to run the video. I just don't want to start it until there's a few there. What was that, DP?
I don't know.
Is that your arm?
I don't know.
Interesting.
I'm revealing myself one body part at a time.
One body part at a time.
You're not going to like the next one.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
I'm sorry.
Yeah, what's up with that driving shit too, huh?
What's up with what?
He was live streaming driving again.
Oh, he did it once a couple weeks ago.
Is that the one that Tina pointed out?
A few people pointed out to me. I unfortunately he was trying to test the waters, little short 20-minute stream, seeing if he could get away with it.
Greg says, I guess he's talking about Wrangler. Greg says that he had 400 watching and 8,000 likes.
What?
That's what it says in chat.
That cannot be right.
Yeah.
400 watching his live stream? Come on. You're joking, right?
Yeah, he may be being facetious.
Was that a joke, Greg? Because it seems. Oh, Chili had 4. Oh, I got.
Oh, Chili. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, he whatever. Chili, what a fucking moron.
So what happened with Crawford? I mean, did they kiss and make up or something, or?
I don't know. I don't know whether to believe any of that shit.
I'm thinking it was a bit of a troll. I don't know. It's hard to tell.
Well, here's the problem. I don't think Chili's smart enough to do any kind of long-term, like any kind of. Well, did I don't think I told the story on our show. I think I told it on Artie's stream, like real late one night. But Colin and Chili tried to. Well, you know about this because I told you about it,
right?
Tina. But I'm just trying to get through this really quickly for everybody.
You're
so,
good.
Essentially, somebody, I'd have to look at the email. It was a name I didn't recognize. Supposedly from Chili's camp. Send me this email. hey, or no, they left a comment on one of my videos. Hey, I got something I'm gonna send you. It's Chill. Well, Chili was talking shit about you on his off air on his live stream, and I'm gonna send it to you. I was like, okay, go ahead. They emailed it to me, and I get this video that has literally on the front of it, it's Chili. The video itself is about like 30 seconds or something, just of Chili saying, oh yeah, I'm gonna sue this dickbag patrol guy. He's a real jerk. I hate him. Blah blah blah. Nothing inflammatory, or you know what I mean. Nothing that was even interesting. And then, but the funny thing was on the front of the video, you guys remember on DVDs, the FBI warning that would come up before the movie starts, right?
Right.
Subject to whatever, 5 years in prison, $25,000 fine. So there's that on the front of this little clip from one of Chili's live streams. And I'm thinking, if somebody clipped that to send to me without Chili's knowledge, why the fuck? I mean, first of all, who would put a 1990s, FBI warning on the front of a clip like that anyway? But it was just weird, So I was just like, this is really weird. So I did a reverse search on the email, and one of the names that came up in connection was Colin Cunningham, and I double checked because I remembered the DLZ Clips guy was named Colin. So I asked somebody, is that Colin Cunningham, Chili's guy? So yeah, so obviously it's those two trying to set some sort of fucking stupid Elmer Fudd kind of trap, you know what I mean, for Bugs Bunny, me being the rabbit. Yeah, I was just like, this is lame as hell. This can't be the whole scheme. But turns out, because when Colin split from Chili, I emailed him and said, hey, so any bombshell revelations in this, from Chili that you have regarding me? And he emailed me back and said only that he really wants to sue you, and he had a really lame thing. He said don't use any of your video, because he was gonna hoping I would take that clip of him and use it on my video, and then he could sue me for copyright infringement because of that warning on the front of it. And so I was like, that really was his fucking plan. As dumb, because I was trying to think, okay, I got to think like an idiot, you know what I mean? Because it's a Chili idea. So and I was like, he can't really be that fucking stupid.
Right. And it's not commonplace.
This would work.
It's not commonplace either.
Well, so it turns out that was the fucking idea to try. I was just like, I can't. And of course, but Colin doesn't know that I know that was him, or at least his email address that sent it. So I don't trust either one of them. I think they're both full of shit. So anyway, yeah. Chili's no mastermind. I don't know how. Colin is obviously a bit more clever than Chili on some level. At least he's more coherent. I don't know. I don't know what that situation is all about, but also, who cares? I think Colin's just trying to fluff out his new Project Constitution or whatever. He's just going to be applying all the grifting crap he learned from Chili, I imagine. I don't really know the details of that. I know he was on Welsh's, but they were basically peppering him with question after question about all the questions we had about Chili over the years. So I just don't know.
I don't think it matters much.
Very, very careful, Cicero. Yes, you do. No, it doesn't matter at all, really. So, sorry, guys. That's really gross.
You're all right. Try that Alka-Seltzer Plus cold medicine, man. I'm telling you.
I was drinking Drano.
That's the last thing you need. Yeah, I'll share with you. I'll share with you later my little ordeal yesterday that made me think of you and your problems, because we're about opposite when it comes to our physical ailments.
The plumbing issues.
The plumbing issues. Yeah. Not day before yesterday.
Yeah. Yikes. And let's just put a pin in that.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody
the whole thing is, it just pisses me off that they they give you medication and shit and tell you to try it. You say, no, that's not exactly what. No, you just try it and see.
Oh yeah, doctors are wearing a blindfold and throwing darts.
Yep, that's exactly right.
That's what that is. All
right.
So what's the deal?
Let's watch the video. We'll just kind of get things going, and then we'll go from there. I guarantee you I'll see something I didn't see last night.
I put some Easter eggs in there for you.
Oh, thank you, brother. Oh, yes.
Well, not really, but
yeah. I never knew this until the other day. Somebody slipped some little Kit Kats in my pocket. When I got home, there was 3 or 4 of these Kit Kats. I'd never had one before, and they're actually pretty good.
Wait a minute. You were telling me you've never had a Kit Kat?
I don't eat candy. I mean, I just can't.
You wanted them, huh?
Yeah, well, it's not by choice. I love
fucking commie.
Dude, I love chocolate and stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't eat very much of it because I'm diabetic.
It doesn't work too well for the problems that I have. So
yeah, sugar in general. I see you recommending sugar, and I don't drink, or I try not to eat too much sugar, if at all. Stevia is good though. Eat a lot of stevia. Use a lot of stevia. If you're not familiar with it.
Why in the world is this not coming up? There it is. Okay. All right, boys and girls, sports fans all around the world. Let's watch this video. If I can get this thing to work. There we go.
You are entering a world that makes no sense whatsoever. A dimension of ignorance, fraud, and deceit. Your only hope of survival is the Dickbag Patrol.
Recently, Chili released a short video of himself driving while live streaming again, testing the waters. I see you, Chili, and you better cut that shit out, you little weasel. I thought we had a deal. You'd stop doing it, and I'd stop busting your tiny little testicles about it. What's the matter? Having withdrawals? Is it just killing you? Doing the right thing for once? Are you trying to show us all who's boss? That's pathetic, man. Really pathetic. But that's not what this video is about. Recently, a subscriber sent me a very interesting Reddit post, allegedly from someone who grew up in the same Alaskan town as our intrepid law scholar. He shares some fascinating details about their childhood, as well as some subsequent encounters with Chili over the years. Now, I guess it's kind of old. Some of you may have heard this before, but I had not. And I thought it was well worth sharing. Now, it is Reddit, so it could be bullshit. True or false, it's quite an amazing tale. Pause it for a second, Ram. Sorry. What I know about Chili. If it is concocted, it is a masterful fake. Decide or not. Oh, yeah. So Jet is the one that sent that to me, by the way. I asked him if I could credit him in the video. I didn't really get a definitive answer on that. So, but I thank you, Jet. I want to credit you now, sir. I appreciate you drawing that to my attention. Without Jet, we would not be watching the video right now. Yeah, and you're muted, Ram, if you're saying anything. For yourself. Either way, it's entertaining as hell. So here we go with stories of growing up with Chili DeCastro must include his bedwetting issues, filed under elderly narcissist. Growing up in Alaska, Chili DeCastro was known as Chipito and B-dubs for his chronic bedwetting, even into high school. I'm new to Reddit and joined just to read and contribute to this section. A Reddit regular has given me some tips like the TLDR thingy above, but either way, please be gentle. After spending the long Labor Day 2023 weekend in Soldotna, my best friends cajoled me into telling this story of growing up with Jose Chili de Castro and how he almost sued me later in life over wetting the bed. A lot. As a kid, small town summers in Alaska are the best, hands down. Non-stop fun and light for 18 hours a day, always outside. A group of 6 or 7 of us ran in a tight pack, but there was always some mother pushing us to include Chili, but never his own. When we were about 10 or 11 years old, one of us had a birthday sleepover. It was that night that we learned Chili was a chronic bedwetter and had destroyed my friend's borrowed Spider-Man sleeping bag. It was also the beginning of a long road of bedwetting events at other birthdays, a school overnight, and even an overnight for a wrestling match our freshman year. That earned him a lot of grief. Coming of age in the late 80s and early 90s was sink or swim. Bullying was not the national code red crisis that it is today. Back then it was called growing up, so the nicknames ensued. Chapito hung forever and morphed into BW/B-dubs and Chili de Bedwetter in high school. At times I wanted to feel bad for him. A lot of us did. But he always found a way to erase those feelings of empathy within my group of friends. He was a really difficult kid to like and easy to forget when we all headed south. Fast forward to summer 2012, my dad was recovering from surgery and my family needed help with the business during the tourist season. One rainy morning, I finished a long run from my parents' place into town. I had my music in my ears and stopped into the coffee shop. I was probably thumbing through my BlackBerry when out of nowhere, Chili walks up and punches me jovially on the shoulder. "Hey, B-Dub, Chili, how are ya?" I stammered. The name B-Dubs was so ingrained in my head, and the off-guard surprise of seeing a much tanner and older-looking Chili threw me off. Chili lost his mind. He went into a vicious rant that those bedwetting events were 100 years ago, and that he was now both a tech startup CEO and a major TV star. Titles and success aside, he was the same Chilito to me, just a lot more orange. But now I thought we might fight. Then out of nowhere, he spun off the planet into another more teary-eyed rant about a fellow high school classmate who was bullying his mother and trying to kill her. While intriguing, I never got another word in. He walked off in a blubbery mess. A few days later, I ran into that murderous, bullying classmate. She was now a single mom who had recently found love, and yet still held so many of her sweet, fresh-to-the-world qualities that I remembered of her in high school. I shared my B-Dub story with her only to learn of her experiences with Chili and his threats of potentially having to deal with Chelo, one of his father's South American hitmen. Her situation was legit and easily 10 times worse. You can read about her situation and nearly all of B-Dub's threats in a public legal records archive that is both free and 100% dedicated to Chili. Then the public documents website, which if you haven't seen it, you should definitely check out. It has Chili's entire non-existent criminal history in black and white. While not ever landing a Power Rangers TV part, about a week later, my own success in life found me sitting in seat 3F, the last row window seat of first class on an Alaska Airlines 737 from Anchorage to Seattle. Out of nowhere, again, Chili is abruptly leaning over my anonymous elderly seatmate and trying to get into my face. "I was debating what to do about you, blank, but now that I see you're sitting up here, I will definitely be suing you and your whole family for defamation and psychological injury." "You're suing me because I'm in first class, Chili?" I asked. This wasn't smart of me. Editorial note. That's exactly what I would have said to him. He turned even more Mandarin and started to snarl something else, but the buildup of passengers behind him ended the interaction for the moment. I laughed it off, but my seatmate, not so much, so we traded places. Later in the flight, he tried to come up to first class to use the bathroom, but we were mid-meal service and the flight attendant sent him to the back of the plane. I truly hope he made it to the lavatory on time. Call me whatever you like, but when we landed, I traded further discussions with Chili for some fish and chips and a beer in the Seattle airport. Another editorial note, that sounds like a good choice. 11 years have passed along with any/all statute of limitations. It wasn't until I went home this past weekend that these stories, and much more, all came back out, and I learned how internet infamous Chili B-Dubs DeCastro has become. And to those who are bothered or upset by DeCastro, take heart that his follow-through, ability to work hard, and finding success paths are not his thing. Whatever empathy or even sympathy he might draw out of a crowd of people or group always implodes by his own doing. Like a balloon, he is mostly air with some injected latex. In case you are wondering, peeing the bed is not how you drop weight for wrestling. And no, he never competed in the state wrestling championships. He pissed those opportunities away. B-Dubs, if you see this, just remember that being a dick, controlling your dick, and wearing a dick sock are all mutually exclusive. Wow. Well, given what I know about Chili, this all makes perfect, pathetic sense. Again, if somebody made this up, they did an incredible job. I mean, you almost feel sorry for the little squirt. Oh, sorry, that was insensitive. But to paraphrase the Redditor, you start to pity Chili, and then he goes and says something disgustingly sexist or racist, or endangers everyone's lives with his distracted driving, or straight up wishes bone cancer on children. Your personality really sucks, Chili, just to let you know. Speaking of that, let's see if this bedwetting tale might have something to do with that. I think it's time for a little chat GPT AI Chili sesh. You ready, little buddy?
Let's do it.
Okay, here we go. What kind of effect can being taunted about chronic bedwetting as a young adult have on a person later in life as an adult?
Being taunted about chronic bedwetting as a young adult can have various psychological and emotional effects on a person later in life as an adult. These effects can include 1. Low self-esteem. Constant taunting and teasing can lead to a diminished sense of self-worth, causing the person to doubt their abilities and value. 2. Anxiety and depression. Enduring taunts can contribute to anxiety and depression, as individuals may experience ongoing stress and feelings of shame. 3. Social isolation. Fear of humiliation may cause the person to withdraw from social activities, leading to isolation and difficulty forming relationships. 4. Emotional scars. Emotional scars from childhood can persist into adulthood, affecting one's emotional well-being and self-perception. 5. Coping mechanisms. Some individuals may develop unhealthy coping mechanisms, such as substance abuse, as a way to deal with the emotional pain. It's important to note that the impact of taunting can vary from person to person, and not everyone will experience these effects to the same degree. Seeking support from a mental health professional can be beneficial in addressing and overcoming the psychological consequences of childhood taunting.
Okay, so that's all well and good. But I think we need to establish how that might manifest itself in the behaviors Chili displays as an adult. So just taking the first effect listed about bedwetting, low self-esteem, let's ask ChatGPT another question. Can low self-esteem lead a person to become a raging narcissist?
Low self-esteem can lead to a person developing narcissistic traits, but it does not necessarily guarantee that someone will become a raging narcissist. Narcissism is a complex personality trait with various dimensions, and it exists on a spectrum. Some people may exhibit narcissistic tendencies without meeting the criteria for narcissistic personality disorder, NPD, while others may have NPD, which is characterized by a pervasive pattern of grandiosity, a need for excessive admiration, and a lack of empathy. Individuals with low self-esteem might be more susceptible to developing narcissistic traits as a defense mechanism or coping strategy to mask their insecurities. Here's how this dynamic can work. 1. Compensatory behavior. Some individuals with low self-esteem may compensate by projecting an overly confident and self-absorbed facade. They may seek external validation and admiration from others to bolster their fragile self-esteem. 2. Defensive mechanism. Narcissistic behavior can serve as a defense mechanism to protect the individual from the pain of feeling inadequate. By behaving in a narcissistic manner, they shield themselves from confronting their underlying low self-esteem. 3. Seeking validation. People with low self-esteem may rely on others to constantly validate their worth, which can manifest as narcissistic behavior when they demand attention and admiration from others. 4. Lack of empathy. A common trait in narcissism is a lack of empathy. Individuals with low self-esteem who exhibit narcissistic traits may struggle to connect with others' emotions because they are preoccupied with their own insecurities and need for validation. It's important to note that not everyone with low self-esteem will develop narcissistic traits, and not all narcissistic traits indicate a personality disorder. Narcissism exists on a spectrum, and the development of narcissistic traits is influenced by a combination of factors, including genetics, upbringing, and life experiences. If you or someone you know is struggling with self-esteem or narcissistic tendencies that are causing difficulties in personal relationships or well-being, it can be helpful to seek the support of a mental health professional who can provide guidance and assistance in addressing these issues.
Well, that certainly sounds like the Chili we all know and loathe. By the way, why is it whenever I ask ChatGPT questions about Chili, it inevitably ends with a recommendation to seek help from a mental health professional? Why is that? I'm definitely not condoning these kids razzing Chili about his bedwetting, if it's true. Despite the fact that I find Chili to be one of the most ridiculously hateful, deeply disturbed individuals I've ever encountered, and if the tables were turned, I have no doubt he would not be so gracious. So, a reminder, I'm no psychiatrist or psychologist, but I feel on pretty firm ground saying Chili suffers from severe narcissistic personality disorder. Hey, sue me, Chili. I actually think it would be more accurate to say other people suffer as a result of Chili's narcissistic personality disorder. And again, my intent is not to make sport of Chili's alleged bedwetting. I just think it's fascinating trying to figure out what led him to become the vile and repugnant little gnome he is today. But guess what? You're a big boy now, Chili. So try acting like one. Deal with your childhood trauma like an adult. Get some therapy, and stop foisting your mental problems on everyone you meet. This group of strangers have known you for all of 10 minutes, and they already pegged you for an asshole.
You ever notice how you run into I'm just going to say an asshole in the morning, you run into one morning, noon, and night? You might be that person. Good day.
I mean, how many towns do you have to get run out of on a rail before you take the hint? If everyone you meet is an asshole, you're probably the asshole.
If you speak, you...
Too bad we don't tar and feather people anymore. Something tells me that would be a permanent look for you. One thing's for sure, Chili. You better stop driving like an asshole. Just stay parked. That way you can wave your arms around and yammer to your heart's content about your trifold. And now I guess your new product, the 5A card. There's nothing like desperation to fuel foolish ingenuity, I always say. Anything to add, AI Chili?
Hey, real Chili, I'm sorry you were bullied as a child, but come on, man. Give up your delusions of grandeur and get yourself some mental help. And like the man says, whatever you do, stay parked, asshole.
Indeed. So, Lady Dragon's Blood, just to answer your question there, because he's still out there being an asshole. I'm not doing this to give him attention. As a matter of fact, I'm quite sure he doesn't enjoy the attention I've been giving him.
No, not at all.
I want to keep on him just because in case he does try and start driving again, which is, to be clear, the most dangerous thing he does, followed by a close second of getting involved with people's lives and giving them terrible advice that can actually,
cause harm,
fuck their life up, like Tina Slay. She'll be happy to tell you all about that. So, he is a narcissist. Well, no, and the other thing is, Ram, I sent you a link, Patrick Darcy, if you guys don't know who he is, he's an actual First Amendment 1A and 2A scholar. He's a fucking really sharp lawyer from Orange County, and he just released a video on Chili about why he's likely going to lose in Nevada, and he doesn't go after him in the way I go after him, you know, with heavy sarcasm, but he lays it out pretty bad, and it looks bad for Chili in Vegas. So, no, I get you, Lady Dragon, but yeah, after I haven't had to deal with him for like a month or so, more or less, because of this fraud Wrangler situation. So getting back into him, taking a break from Chili is definitely a good thing. Too much of him, because he's a constant stream of insanity, and because everything he does comes from a flawed starting point.
Absolutely.
That is rife with childhood trauma. And he cannot see. That's the difference between him and Wrangler as as just they're, I don't know if it'd be psychopathy, but Wrangler is much smoother at insinuating himself into a situation, you know what I mean, and coming off as some kind of knowledgeable person, even though he's not. Whereas Chili, you saw the crowd of people at the town meeting. He just can't help being a fucking dick. Like, I don't think Wrangler's ego maybe is as out of control as Chili's in that sense. But Chili's very dangerous person. If he goes to jail, I'll sleep easier at night. I mean, even though he might not directly affect me, he's out there affecting other people, and especially the driving shit. Like, I think he's got the message now. You know, I think he was just sort of like, I'll shout them, the other day, and just popped in the car, because he is impulsive as fuck. I mean, he makes Homer Simpson look like, I mean, he just operates completely from the top of his head, So anyway, that's sort of why I'm keeping on. I don't have any agenda other than that with Chili.
And Chili,
I'm not trying to like just make videos about him.
Chili is not tuning. Chili is not tuning into this, watching this. By the way,
no.
This is satire. This is comedy satire. That initially you started out going after the driving thing. That was your goal, and you beat it until he got the message.
Yeah.
And this has turned into more of a satire deal where we have fun with this shit. It's for our own amusement. He doesn't tune into this. He could get the only time he's going to pay attention to anything if somebody tells him there's a chance that he might have some type of legal recourse.
Yeah. And just to be clear, he doesn't have a chance in hell.
Doesn't have a chance in hell.
Ever suing me for anything.
Anything.
So, yeah, you hear that, Chili? And actually, that lawyer, Darcy, yeah, he doesn't watch it.
He's just he's a grifter. He's a grifter. We all know that. We know he's an attention grabber. We all know that. But
at best, somebody maybe made him aware of me at some point, obviously, because he threatened to sue me and all that stuff with the AI Chili. Has he sat down and watched any of my videos, like start to finish, and doubtful. I don't think so. I think he just gets the idea. Like I said, he flies off the handle immediately, so he's not going to sit down and ponder the message of anything I'm saying to him, not by a fucking long shot. So
the only thing is we've always hoped that we could run him out of YouTube like he got run out of TikTok. And he just needs to make that one major mistake to do it. And he's come close a couple times.
Well, he's going to go to
right in my backyard with the whole Deborah Rogers thing, and came real close to getting himself into some deep shit in that deal.
Yeah. Well, and again, Patrick Darcy, and I think somebody, Tones or Dummy, shared the link to his last video. It's doing really well. He's got like over 7,000 views on it. It's good. Telling why Chili's gonna lose his case, and he says he suspects they're gonna play a couple of videos of Chili's in court, to prove the point. Yeah, I mean, he did it to us. He's hanging himself. He's hoisting himself on his own petard here, but that's where all of this ends with these kind of guys because, you know, it's all a scam. It's all fake, and they can't help themselves. And there's no positive end to scamming people or, you know, trying to grift, you know. Eventually you'll get caught, especially if you're sort of a low IQ as Chili is. You know, he's not very bright. Like I said, that's why I don't think, you know, I mean, you saw the fucking Looney Tunes level trap he tried to set with, you know, for me, it's just like, are you fucking kidding? This is.
He exposes his own ignorance all the time, especially when it comes to law.
Yeah, I think Wrangler is a little more clever of a, you know, grifter. At least but they're both a couple of bitches, that's for sure.
No, I welcome.
But I don't know if you want to play Patrick's video. If not,
sure.
At least drop the link to it. It's really good.
Yeah, no.
And also, Tats, I don't know if Tats is still here, but I watched your Pillbilly radio video. It was funny. Yeah, I'll try and, you know what? I'll just upload the video, the Wrangler video, because it's literally only like a minute long, but it's funny. I'll upload it to like a private video, and we can play it at the end of this, right before we get off here, and then I'll put the intro and outro on it and put it up on my channel in a couple hours or whatever hopefully before Master Surgeon goes on. Sound good, everybody? Yeah.
Where's that Patrick video at?
Oh, I emailed it to you, didn't I?
Did you? Okay. I don't know.
Yeah, pretty sure.
There we go. Yep.
You know, it's interesting. I've been listening to they have like full Casey Kasem American Top 40 shows on YouTube. People are uploading to YouTube now. It's kind of an interesting step back in time. Actually, that was one of my first jobs at a radio station, was playing those Casey Kasem records, and then you'd have to play the commercials in between them because they came on like 4 fucking vinyl records every week. And so, you know, that was the easy shift on the shit. You know, you didn't have to talk on the air or anything like that. You just come in for like, it's kind of like an internship. You just had to play them. And then the old commercials used to come on cartridges. They called carts. They're kind of like they were 8-track cassettes, more or less, were on a loop. And there was a cart machine. It had like 4 or 5 slots on it.
Yep.
And you'd rack up your commercials that you had a list of commercials you had to play in between that the programmer would give you. And then, yep, I used to have nightmares about that because dead air is like the worst thing in radio ever. So, because it's just money being, you know, advertising money evaporating. I used to have nightmares that I was working and I couldn't get to the record player in time, or I couldn't find like the next thing to play or whatever. And like, it was all dead air.
All right.
I'm sure you guys are fascinated by that, by the way. I don't know what made me think all that.
I used to hang out.
On with a countdown.
I used to hang out at an AM radio station before the FM stations came out, just because I thought it was a cool place to be.
Were you wearing a trench coat?
Yeah, right. I was much too young.
Yeah, radios. It was back in the day. It was, you know.
Oh no, we could go.
I mean, we didn't have internet, right? You know.
Oh no,
like
there was
D's or Casey Kasem or whatever.
There was a big antenna out in the middle of nowhere on a high hill. You know.
Yep.
I mean, when you see a bunch of
high school kids climbing on it and smoking.
Well, when you see the scene like out of American Graffiti, that's exactly what it was like. I mean, we used to drive out there, you know, to try to catch the DJs.
Or if you guys have never seen, if any of you guys went to like high school in the 70s, or even if you didn't, it's still Dazed and Confused. I don't know if you ever saw that one. It's excellent if you've never seen it.
I've seen it. Are you asking me or the
audience, you or the audience, or myself?
Yes, sir, I have. All right, I've got Patrick's video up here.
Yeah,
let me get this.
Rack it up.
Present. Sure.
Chili DeCastro. I don't know what got into me. There's a criminal trial for 2 misdemeanors against him. Let's take a look at the docket, and we'll go from there. The docket on the case that I pulled up this morning. Here's the case number, the year, criminal, case number itself. Jose DeCastro, Department 8 of the Justice Court right there. And anyway, here are the 2 charges he's being accused of, and then the statutes. Nevada Revised Statute 190 and the other one. So resisting a public officer and a false statement or obstruction of a public officer. So here's when the case was filed on March 15, 2023. Here was something interesting. Media request for electronic coverage. So that might be the Nevada judges. They jumped in and wanted to be. So you always have to get court permission before you film in a courtroom. Just ask P. Barnes that. By the way, good luck if you're contesting jurisdiction on this one, Chili. I really don't think your lawyer is going to do that. Arraignment was completed. He was advised of the charges. You can also waive reading the complaint, save the judge the trouble of having to read every allegation against you. Chili rejects the state's offer. So they had the pretrial conference, had the arraignment, have to do it within a certain time. Anyway, he's saying, nope, I'm going to trial. There was the motion to delay the discovery, and it was
sounds like Chili.
No objection from the prosecutor right now. The bench trial date was reset as of September 12th because of the continuation request, and now they've set the trial. I said December 3rd, December 6th, 9:30. Judge Zimmerman. So let's take a look here. Judge Zimmerman has been on she's a justice court. That's Zimmerman, Department 8, Township Justice Court. She's got jurisdiction over this case. And she was in the Attorney General's office. We got a prosecutor here who became a judge. That happens a lot, happens more than you think. But she also practiced criminal defense, so she had it on both sides of the aisle. Look at the charges. The first misdemeanor, obstructing a public officer. Okay. Every person who, after due notice, I'm giving you a lawful order, shall refuse or neglect. Refuse would be willful. Neglect would be negligent. Okay, so it's willful or negligent. To make or furnish any statement, report, or information, turn over your driver's license, insurance, registration, lawfully required by any public officer, and they've got a lot of case law backing that up. Or who in such statement, report, or information shall make any willfully, that means deliberately, untrue, misleading, or exaggerated statement, or who shall willfully hinder, delay, or obstruct in the discharge of official shall, where no other provision of law applies, be guilty of a misdemeanor. That's a very broad statute. Basically, if someone gives you a lawful order and you want to mess around with them, they can charge you for this. It has nothing to do with the traffic citation of running a red light. You've just now entered the world of infraction to misdemeanor. The next charge, another misdemeanor, Nevada Revised Statute 199.280, resisting a public officer. Now, when we say that you resist him, we're not saying in terms of temptation. We're talking about deliberate noncompliance. A person who, here's another one of those all-purpose type of criminal statutes. You got to be careful, guys. A person who, in any case or under any circumstance, is not otherwise specially provided for, willfully. So that's deliberate. That's the standard here we got to deal with. Did you do it? Willfully resist, delays, or obstructs a public officer in discharging or attempting to discharge any legal duty of his or her office shall be punished. Okay, well, one doesn't work. If it's a firearm, it's a felony. We don't have any dangerous weapons here. Number 2, dangerous weapons. Nope, don't have it. Where no dangerous weapon is used in the course of such resistance, obstruction, or delay for a misdemeanor. So he'll be charged. He's being charged under 3 because he did not use a weapon or dangerous anything. Maximum 6 months, $1,000 fine. Here are some of the common defenses: that he lacked willfulness or acted in self-defense, or the arrest was illegal. So here's where I mentioned before with the federal cyber stalking statute. When you like to post videos of the things you do, I'm here to delete laws. I'm here to overturn Terry versus Ohio. I'm here because the police are pigs. Well, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that this prosecutor might just throw in a few videos for the trial. And it would be under the idea of pattern, habit. custom, practice, knowledge, and to show willfulness. In case Chile wants to practice law, which I don't think he will, and I'm impressed that he got a lawyer this time. Jurisdiction, well, jurisdiction has been established. It says they make such rules and regulations that will enable them to transact judicial business in a convenient and lawful manner. Restitution, here's the Nevada revised statute for restitution. If it's a misdemeanor, they got some latitude here. If he's convicted of a misdemeanor, he may make restitution to the person named in the order, but the restitution here would be to the state. Here is the ability of the justice court to suspend the sentence. Now, a suspended sentence means you plead guilty, and as long as you keep your nose clean, the person is found guilty or a misdemeanor, the court may suspend execution of the sentence and grant probation as the court deems advisable. If you plead guilty and stay out of trouble, the whole case is tossed. If you plead guilty and get in trouble, the conviction stands. So if Chile is looking at playing the angle here that he knows that he can get through probation without any trouble, then he's got a free shot at the publicity, the trial, the whole thing, maybe even win the trial if he has grounds to win it. So that might be what's going on here, is that he's banking on, because it'll be a first-time offender, at least it looks like to me, that he's only going to get probation and a suspended sentence. Okay, credit goes out to our Nevada judges. Excellent website, really amazing. So they put in a request for the judge to approve their cameras to be there. Normally, the first rows are only for people who are being locked up, like these guys right here. I want you to look at his face. That's the face of intensity. He knows the drama is real. It's nice. He did what he was required to do.
Michael Mead, 13726, on behalf of the defendant. He is present with me in court this morning.
Anytime you hear that, you know it's a criminal case. Hey, nice etiquette, buttoning his coat. The lawyers never really do too much of that. Hey, this is typical, bunch of continuances.
Have everything you need now? Or
Your Honor, I believe I have everything the court has ordered.
Whenever a lawyer says, I believe, it's the same as saying, I don't know, or I'm kind of bullshitting you. For example, is your name Pat Darcy? I believe it is. Yeah, it doesn't work. You can see his eyes are actually kind of bulging out a little bit. The guy's feeling the stress. His hand is clenched as well. He's feeling the stress. It's a stressful job. No fault there. It shows he cares.
19th at 9:30. Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
I've just been informed my client is not going to be in the country on that date. Can
All right.
we push it out another month?
Sir, can you tell me when you're not in
This guy's smiling. Let's just call it for what it is.
the
Delays.
country?
I can go slightly before that date if you have any availability, but I'll be out of the country in December and January. The second part of December, most of January.
Everybody's amused right now. Yeah, I'll be out of the country. Look at all the smiling faces. They're like, yeah, bullshit, dude. We know what's going on.
December 6th. Okay,
Thank you, Your Honor.
thank you, have a great day.
You as well.
Okay, he's walking out. Looks pretty stressed out. Got kind of a grimace. Look at the cop shaking his head. The deputy sheriff. I don't know if he was the one that arrested him. Look at this. Look at that look right there. He's shaking his head.
So my name is Chili DeCastro. My channel is called Delete Laws on YouTube. I was arrested in Las Vegas for filming the police.
That's actually not what you were charged with. Do you want me to read the charges again? I know they were waived in open court, but
They brought in 6 men in chains. And I asked the guards, do these guys try to escape? And she said, I've never had anybody try to escape, but yet we still bring people in chains.
there's a good reason for that, Chili. First of all, these guys are all awaiting trial. These guys are all accused of, a lot of them are accused of very dangerous crimes. And by chaining them all together, it makes it really difficult for them to escape. Okay. It also is a public safety issue because you have people here in the gallery who may get attacked. Okay. This is just what happens when you get accused of crimes. But shackling is standard practice. And to say that they're being dragged in chains, well, you know, when you get accused of murder, rape, robbery, burglary, yeah.
And that's the whole reason I do what I do. As far as the semantics of court and all those things, I probably can't get into any specific details. You have constitutional rights and you have Nevada constitutional rights. And you should use your rights completely and fully and never back down from them. Stand on your.
Okay, so if I was the prosecutor in this case, first of all, I'm pulling all your files, all your videos, since you've mentioned it. You've also said basically that Nevada does not respect the property rights or the civil rights or the rights of people, that it's different than the rest of the country. I'm gonna put you to your proof, because these are out of court statements made by a party.
Yep.
And you know what? You said too much. You have it. My thinking is that he will get convicted. Okay. They're going to use his videos, habit evidence. He has a propensity to incite the cops to not comply with them. You know, there's the willfulness requirement. Again, I'm saying this without any background on what exactly happened. He said he filmed the cops, but it sounds like the cops gave him lawful orders and he refused, probably on body cam, which is going to be used against him as well. Did he fail to give them the proper ID? Did he refuse to ID? You know, did he slow them down and make them repeat the same question 40 times? These are hard charges to beat. And my prediction is, just based on his pattern and practice, he's going to get convicted of at least one charge, probably two. And he's going to then get probation, where he's going to have to now comply with a lot of things, or he's going to be back now looking at real jail time. And here's where things can get really bad for him. They could run those misdemeanor sentences consecutively. So anyway, let me know what you guys think.
Yep.
I think it looks pretty.
It'd be nice to see him
chilly.
Yeah, I would love to see consecutive sentences. You don't see it much anymore.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Chili's level of Chili operates purely on hubris. So,
right.
He's he's going in there thinking he's Mr. Smarty Pants, and eventually that will catch up to you. Because I mean, I'm sure you guys can all divine that Patrick's a pretty sharp motherfucker.
He's real sharp.
Really great, dude. Like, that is the guy, that is the brain Chili wishes he had. But, he's the opposite of Chili. He's calm and cool, collected. He's very smart, and he actually knows the law. It's like natural for him. He's definitely would want him on my side of the courtroom. So, it looks pretty bad for Chili. Although Patrick said he's probably just going to get a suspended sentence, but that's really going to put a crimp in his business, because what he does is goes around pretending to be something he's not, and agitating people for money. And if he can't do that, what's he going to do? So somebody said, I think it was Cicero maybe in the chat, they expect him to run, or wouldn't be surprised if he runs. It's possible. I wouldn't put it past him.
Not come back from Columbia.
Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't put it past Wrangler doing something like that either. But Chili literally he's a guy who's like sleazy and dumb enough to try and fake his own death, even. But he'd do it really badly. Something tells me.
Yeah,
caught doing it.
Right. We're talking about a guy that doesn't even know how to file a motion. So.
Yeah. I mean, but like I said, it all comes back. So.
Yeah, that. I think I don't think he would flee. I think Chili still in Chili's mind believes that he's always one up on everybody else, regardless of where he stands. I mean, when you look at the Kate Josh trial, the Abrams, When he thought he was a step ahead that entire time just to get shut down.
Yeah. Oh my God. And you could see, that's what I'm saying. He has no idea what he's doing at all.
Nothing.
Did you see the video he tried to play in court against them? Like, it was edited like it was some sort of, he was trying to make it a movie trailer or something like that.
I did a video on it.
Oh, did you? Okay. Well,
it was my very first video. This is my second video.
Did it show that part where?
I mean, I cut a bunch of that crap out because it was so boring, and I was just basically trying to prove a point that he's an idiot and he doesn't know what the hell he's doing.
Yeah,
but yeah. He tried to. Remember, she wouldn't let him. She would not let him. You're talking about?
And he was throwing a fit about it.
He was throwing a fit about it.
But then I eventually I don't remember where I finally saw the video that he was trying to play. It was just
I have it.
It's just like, oh my God, is this guy fucking for real? Like, there's no fucking way this guy thought this was a good idea.
A good idea. Yeah.
Because he was like labeling them, these are the bad people. You know, he had like captions like that. It's just like,
yeah,
that's not
they're the bad people.
In court,
they're the ones that are. Yeah, it was just so ridiculous. It wasn't even close.
Yeah, so that's how I know. I mean, Chili is not smart. I feel very, very confident saying he is not a smart individual.
You know, somebody earlier made a comment of something. Watch out, he'll sue you. Come on.
Good luck.
Yeah, good luck. You know, I promise you. It'd take way
There's
more.
A reason he hasn't ever won anything.
And I love the way Patrick, you know, and that's one of the problems I have with the whole anti-frauditer thing against the frauditors. And it's not YouTube or anything, but law enforcement has so much to work with those guys, and they don't utilize it.
Well, it's not high on their priority, you know.
And it's not. But my point is now they're starting to.
Yeah,
because they're getting pressure from politicians because it's made its way up that ladder. But
when dipshits like Reyes start ending up on police commissioners' doorsteps, it raises the profile, you know, things.
Yeah,
what the fuck is wrong with you, man?
Yeah, DMA knocking on a cop's door saying, you know, your wife's screwing the, idiots, just total idiots.
Yeah, and they're getting. I mean, wasn't Reyes on a couple of fairly national news shows?
Yes, yeah. Remember the Washington
Post
Post story?
Been taken seriously by people.
He had the Washington Post story, and then Andre just did a video on it. Now it's older stuff that was out a couple of years ago, but he had dug up some stuff on Ass Elmo.
Yeah,
and
Andre's great too, by the way.
Right, no, he's a great guy, and that stuff prior to going to the Mariana Islands, a lot of that was revealed on him. But see, he went on a frauditor troll had it. I don't know what he did. I'm almost sure he had it. Enrique went on a television show, like a nighttime television roundtable, when he was in Saipan, and they were praising him. And then somebody brought up the fact that he had a criminal history, and of course he told that same old lie. I was 18 years old. My parents never told me the difference between a felony and a misdemeanor, and you know, I just made a mistake, which is all bullshit because I've got every criminal record there is on him. And I would like to find that again. At the time I contacted and it's funny because when he was in the Mariana Islands, he was there during a gubernatorial election, and the Republican candidate's last name was Torres. Yeah, which is also Ass Elmo's last name, Morales Torres. And I found that kind of ironic. But, you know, in that one intro where the guy in the kind of tie-dye T-shirt in the islands is chasing him, you know which one I'm talking about, where he's backing up. He goes, "What you want, bro?" You know, he's going, "Stay away from me, bro. Stay away from me, bro." Well, he just about got his ass whipped when he was in the Mariana Islands.
Yeah.
With his nonsense.
Yeah.
But he went on this TV show and he just flat out lied. And I tried to find, it was like one of those deals where it's probably kind of like a podcast type deal, a video podcast thing, because it was so hard to get any information from over there. But I contacted the if I can remember what they call themselves over there. It's like a state patrol that handle all the island, all the Mariana Islands over there. And I because he went to one of their substations and started his nonsense. And I contacted one of them and actually got somebody to give me an email address, and I forwarded all his criminal history over there because I was hoping that they'd pay attention to him.
Well, good effort, man. That is nice effort.
Well, that was before I started my channel, and that's all I was doing. All I was doing in my time was contacting whoever, whatever, trying to utilize that forum that I made out and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
I don't have time to do it now, but at the time, that's all I was doing. But anyway, yeah, that was pretty interesting. The response I got from those people over there, because you get a phone call like that, and they're like, "Who is this again? who are you? What are you doing?"
Yeah. Well, we have this group of assholes in America, and
right.
It's kind of hard to get through those conversations and
sound
like a maniac.
All I did was give them some channel names, say, just if you'll just go to YouTube and watch this, it'll sum it all up for you and it'll make sense. And then if you want any more information, email me.
Right.
So anyway, yeah, I went pretty hard after S. Elmo because he's just same thing. He thinks he's a step ahead of everybody.
Yeah, he's an annoying bastard. Most of these guys are just annoying.
They are. Yeah, they are.
They're just emotionally stunted. Like their maturity level is all like teenage at best.
I think I love the way Master Sergeant puts it. I can't remember the last time I went to get a driver's license in my first.
Yeah, I felt my yeah, it's a joke. Like none of this shit matters. Filming. So what? So what if they said tomorrow you could go and film in public libraries? What fucking difference does that make to other than people are going to get annoyed with it?
Yeah, people are going to get annoyed, and the only ones that care would be the pedophiles. So
yeah, dude, it just gives them more excuse to, hey, I'm allowed to film here.
Yeah, one of the reasons I'm doing the videos I'm doing now, I just got it gets kind of tiring seeing nothing happen.
Yeah,
whatever.
It's starting to swing. Well, again, that's also kind of why I'm concentrating on Chili. You can't get too, like Lady Dragon's Boat was saying earlier, too much of him is really bad. And, if I try to go after every little, I just don't have time,
Island.
Like if I had time to dedicate just to him, I'm pretty sure I could.
Well, and
take him out
in a month. And again, this has evolved into more of a satire, comedic thing that's more for entertainment than it is. But it drives a point home. At the same time, it's a chance. When I look at your work, as above and beyond a lot, just because this is what you do. But it's an opportunity to put some satire in and drive a point home at the same time. And get the point across, and so I look forward to it, and I could care less what Chili thinks or whether he looks at it or cares or not.
He's actually. I mean, I think he's there's a big change coming for him one way or the other in December. I'm pretty sure, and as long as he's not driving, I'm good with limiting the amount I have to talk about him, because he is a fucking tiring little asshole, man.
That
Like
is.
he just is like one of those little wind up fucking like the monkey in the thing
Right.
that he's using
With
literally
the symbols,
just fucking brainless and unfortunately just on a loop, you know.
Well, if you think about it, there's not another. I can't think of another subject on YouTube except maybe Reyes, where you could pull off that bedwetting video and that it would even be funny. But it's funny because of who this is.
Well, yeah, Reyes is just a doofus. He's a dullard, man. He's just arrogant. You know, he's a narcissistic.
Yeah,
too.
he is.
I mean,
They're all
these
they're
guys
all
have-
narcissists, and he's a big time grifter. They all have their own way about going about it. I mean,
yeah, he's
Wrangler's a grifter, Chili's a grifter. They're all grifters.
Now Wrangler is
Chili interferes though. Chili interferes with people's lives. That's why it's so important to go after
police stuff too. You know, like he doesn't have any sense. If you don't have the judgment if you are a cop watcher, you don't have the judgment to back off. And again, it's their motto is, you know, you can't tell me what to do. You know, like that's so if you know, your goal legitimately is just to monitor the cop's behavior, I would think you'd want to be as invisible as possible in any case, but especially, I mean, these guys go barging up to scenes where people could really get hurt on account of them, you know, so that's concerning, things like that. And there's a few that are bad enough to do shit like that, and Chili's one of them, for sure.
I did
on top
of
all his other charming fucking qualities.
I did a video. I think it was. Hang on, let me mute this. 2 videos ago or so. It's about a couple that get the cops get called out for noise disturbance, right?
Oh yeah, that was crazy.
And it looks like a setup to me. It looks like they were sitting around watching Predator videos, and let's try this because of the way they attacked them on the front porch and the way they went after it. But yeah, I made that reference in that video that JC News Now or whatever his name is, the guy in the Ozarks, because he's just ignoramus. The stuff, but people that are brainless listen to that shit.
Yeah, and that's part of the problem with the whole
that's
thing.
Part of the problem.
You can always there's just Carlin had a quote about that. He had a quote about everything, but
that he did.
What it was is think about the dumbest person that you know. Now just realize that most people are even dumber than that. So there's that, but you know, I'm just trying to clean up my little part of the
your corner.
My corner, yeah.
Your corner. Keep your corner clean.
Exactly.
Tidied.
Because at this point, I mean, that's what the other thing that's just so funny about these fucking momos. It's like, dude, you really think you are going to be able to affect any kind of change without anything?
Especially with that tactic.
Yeah. Like, I mean, none of these guys that I've seen are very intelligent, because the things that they do are unintelligent. You know, they're manipulative and crafty sometimes, but they're just self-serving. Ultimately, they don't give a fuck about your rights or my rights or anything. And like, yeah. Anyway, I don't want to get into a general rant there about frauding. We all know they're mostly a bunch of assholes, and it's a shame because that should be a legitimate thing. More people filming cops. But the problem is people don't want to watch that shit unless some shit's going down. So that's why they go up and try and create scenarios.
I'm gonna jump in on this video. Let me find the spot to jump in. I want you to watch these two, and I want you to think about what I just said about them watching Predator videos and listen to the words that come out of both of their mouths, especially him, when he turns to his wife and says, I've been a lawyer for how long now? 5, 6 years?
Yeah. I've been a lawyer.
You know,
For what, 5 years already?
yeah. I'm gonna pull this up because this is pretty interesting. And this video really pissed me off. If you couldn't tell, I was pretty mad.
Yeah, no, I felt the frustration radiating from out of my phone.
Because this is the kind of thing, this is exactly what gets these people going. They sit around, they watch this shit, then they watch somebody like JC, you know, somebody that's ignorant like that, or hell, even if it's Reyes, you know, they watch and they think, oh, I can do that. Let's do that. But I love, you could tell by the, well, here, we'll just watch it. You draw your own conclusion here.
Let's watch.
Okay, let me find it here. I'm going to try to bypass some of the early stuff here. Share screen. I know my rights on the wall.
I need to get that Jeopardy music for when you're looking for a video. Exactly.
Okay, here we go. Let me see if I'm in the right spot.
Go back inside now. Yo, go back inside now. Go back inside now. Go back inside now.
Go back inside your car.
I'm right here, so go back inside.
Are you guys gonna come armed? Because I got my computer carry. Are you guys gonna come armed? Are you guys gonna come armed? Because I got computer carry.
Oh, do you? Are you threatening me right now? Are you threatening me right now?
The cops should have ended it right then and there.
Is that threat?
Well, yeah, and here's what's good, but watch how the force, they don't realize it on the front porch because they're so focused on the cops that are on the porch. But if you pay attention to the background, it goes from 2 cops to 4 cops to 7 cops.
Yeah, well, that's good because they need.
And you just know what's getting ready to go down.
Well, these guys are shining lights in their faces.
Oh yeah,
being combative. It's like, no,
and from the very beginning, the fact that it was a noise complaint to begin with, and the way they came to the door with their phones in their hands, like they were prepared for it. That's why I think it was a setup. I think they had planned to do this, and they wanted to see if they could pull this crap off.
Could be.
To a police officer right now. Is that a threat? Is that a threat? Is that a threat to an officer?
Give me your
Is
name
that a
and
threat to an officer?
badge number.
Is that a threat to an
Give me your badge and name number.
Is that a threat to
Badge
an
and
officer?
name number.
What's your name and badge number?
Is that a threat to an officer?
Are you threatening a police officer? What's your name and badge number? Are you threatening a police officer? I got a FOID card. I got a FOID card. I got a FOID card.
Officer,
I got a FOID card.
first time you're here, officer. Not the first time you're here.
No, don't you know what? Look, don't try to put force. Don't try to put force here,
It's
bro.
not a threat.
All right. Don't try to put force here. It's not a threat.
Nobody here got a weapon. But we're letting
Stand the back. What's your name and badge number, sir? What's your badge number?
We're not threatening a police officer. We're letting you guys
What's your badge
know.
name number? What the fuck is your badge name number?
You notice he did put his gloves on.
No, as officer.
What's your badge number? What's your name? What's your name? I
Okay,
gotta
you
get out of
listen.
your face. You're coming in my property.
No, you listen.
You're coming in my property.
You listen.
What's your name and badge number?
You're not gonna arrest shit.
What's your name and badge number?
one more time.
What's
I
your
will
name and
slap
badge
you
number?
right
It's on
there,
your
right
oath. It's on your oath. It's on my rights.
You do armed security.
It's an armed security.
What's your name and badge number?
Look, listen to
As a
me.
matter of fact, you don't even know
Officer,
what's
this is
going
not
on
the
here.
first time
This
you're here.
officer knows more than you. All right,
Yeah,
what's
I
your name
know
and
they're
badge
watching.
number?
Yeah, place your
What's your
flashlight.
name and
I got
badge
my
number?
suit.
What's your name and badge number? What's your name and badge number? What's your name and badge
Hey,
number?
we know him already. We already know him.
What's your name and badge number? What's your badge and what's your name and badge number?
So that we don't come back.
What's your badge and name? What's your badge number? It's on your oath. It's on your oath. It's on your oath. It's on your oath. What's your name? What's your name? What's your name?
See, I knew right then that this guy's an idiot. It's on your oath. It's on your oath. It's on your oath. As we know, name and badge number most of the time is departmentalized There's nothing in the oath. When I took the oath, there was nothing that said I had to reveal my identity to anybody. And
exactly.
And most departments have a policy that says you identify yourself because of the uniform that we put you in. Your name tag is there. A lot of times the badge not a lot of times it's on your badge. They don't have to do that.
It always is on them.
The only time it's required a verbal response is if you're an undercover officer, you get out of an unmarked vehicle and you're wearing a sidearm and so on, and got some cuffs in your belt or something like that. Then a lot of times the department has a policy on it. But there's nothing in taking the oath with the regard. I don't care what.
There wasn't a paragraph in there that said
nothing.
I solemnly pledge to reveal my
identity
name and badge
when
number
somebody
to any
insists on it. Right.
face with a camera.
I love the way that you caught that, though, because I noticed you put that in the comments. You caught the fact that he said, "What's your badge and name number?" What a moron!
Several times. These guys are wasted too, obviously, right?
Yeah, it's just a joke.
Can I just? What's her name? No, I want to know what's your name. What's your badge number?
They came to visit right now.
No.
They weren't even doing that.
What's your badge number? What's your badge number? What's your badge number? What's your name?
You're correct. A complaint.
Call
That guy
back
always bothers me. He's got nothing else better to do. The old man.
Did you guys make a report on that?
He keeps on doing it.
Okay.
I already know you, bro. Don't fuck with me today, bro. You know what the fuck I got the issue with this guy? Am I what?
Are you threatening me?
Am I threatening you? Are you threatening me
me?
by coming in my
Are you
property?
threatening me by telling
I
me
ain't threatening you, but I'm telling you,
Yes
hey,
or
don't
no?
fuck with me.
Yes or no?
Don't fuck with me with that. Don't fuck with me with that law, bro.
He's been here, she's been here.
Don't fuck with me with that law, bro. Are you threatening me by coming to my property?
Yes or no?
Are you threatening me by coming to my property?
I sure heard that as a threat.
No, he's threatening
me today.
Say what?
I sure heard that as a threat. I don't know why.
Yeah,
maybe is that part of the procedure where he has to ask the person?
Well, they had a call of service. They had a reason for being there. I skipped it, but in the early part of the video, they're talking about you have a search warrant, you have warrant, you don't have a warrant, get off my porch, that kind of thing. They had a call of service, so they had every legitimate right to be there and to investigate, and they were willing. If you remember in the beginning, it was the female cop was like, just turn it down. And, otherwise, if we have to come back, then we're going to have to write you a citation.
Yeah. And they started making way. They were antagonistic from the get-go.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is the cops, this is the second time he's asked, is that a threat? Yes or no? Like, seems like it's an implied threat. Is that not enough for him to act on? Is that why?
Well, I think, like I said, if you'll watch this, and there's going to be a break, and I'll skip through the break, my narrative, and just skip through it. If you'll notice, I think they're waiting for just a few more officers to show up. Right now, they're at
just kind of stalling.
Yeah, there's three, maybe four. But when you see an LEO, when you see them putting their gloves on. They're putting their gloves on for a reason.
Yeah. No, I've seen that for sure. Yeah.
Hey, he's threatening me. He's threatening me. You threatening me?
Hold on. Tell them to go inside.
Don't talk to me like that. I know my rights.
You are being nice.
Were you here now?
You are being nice.
You were here the night before.
He was here before. She was here before.
So why the fuck don't you tell your buddies what's up?
All right, keep the music down.
Don't tell me what to do. I pay for this shit, bro.
Doesn't mean you play loud music.
Doesn't mean you play loud music.
It's messed up.
Okay, man, when he walked up, he heard loud music. Okay? So all we know, I was just being nice.
Because I know my laws.
It's association. Okay, listen. If you guys have any problem with the neighbors and all that, bring that to association. When we got here, we're like, just listen to me.
And you're right, Eric. And the thing too, Eric, is it's all about case law anymore. I mean, you don't even really need to bother reading statutes because it's the case law that comes from the statute that dictates everything anymore.
Okay. You've been here before. Earlier I put my hands on you. I didn't put my hands on you, but I touched you. And I said, this is not the first time you guys been here. You guys been here before.
And he keeps on
But
harassing them.
I feel harassed. I know.
Well,
I told her I feel harassed since we moved here. We only got 6 months living here. I feel harassed. I have kids. I feel harassed. I'm being harassed by Hanover Park Police. I'm being harassed.
Okay, are you gonna listen to me or not?
I'm gonna listen to you.
Okay.
Yes, I am.
When we walked up, yo, brother, do not fucking sign that light on my face.
Right, stop. Okay, because I have family that works for the Army, for the Navy.
Just hear me out.
Wooddale,
Okay?
Woodale,
Hear me
in
out.
Woodale,
Okay,
Woodale,
I
Illinois. But
Just
I
hear me
feel
out.
harassed every time
Veronica,
this
just
guy.
listen to
You
me.
have family
When we walked up here,
we're doing our
job. Okay,
I have family
hold
in the
on.
base.
Okay.
I have family in the base.
All right,
Yes,
listen.
working for the so can you listen to us? But just because they
Okay,
look
this
at
is how you're gonna act with the law enforcement if you have family in the army?
Yo.
Okay then.
I want respect.
Just hear me out.
I want
Bingo.
respect. I want
Yeah.
respect. 'Cause I
Obviously,
don't-
Told you. Yep.
That was a good point.
Yes. Real good point.
Because you can't act a fool on a military base. That's for sure. I don't. Was she saying she worked on the base or?
No, she said she has family on a base in Illinois.
Oh, okay.
so
Yeah.
it
I
would
mean,
be,
yeah.
You know. Yeah. You know. I had a grandfather that was a heart surgeon too. Come on over and bring a scalpel, would you?
Well, we all have trashy relatives, right?
Or
When
and
you
act
want to
like
get
that.
the cousin Eddies. These guys are fucking definitely from the.
But here
cousin
comes
Eddie.
here. Now start watching. The force starts to pick up. They're not really paying attention to the fact that it is, and law enforcement's driving them slowly backwards onto the porch. Oh yeah, I sped that up because it's just the same nonsense over and over and over.
Private property. Step back.
Smart mouth.
I'm telling you this right now.
It's right about
Right here.
right in there. Yeah.
He keeps trying to block him.
I know you do.
I know my law. You're talking all that
He's not a
talk.
motherfucker, okay, Mohammed? He's not a
Hey, you
Mohammed?
talking all
We
that
ain't that
talk.
shit either.
You're-
Alright? Because I'm from Little Village.
You're
We ain't that
still
either.
like us,
You
dude.
keep putting that in
You
front of my
talking
face,
to me like
you
that?
will get arrested.
Aren't you
We ain't that
protecting
either,
our
right?
service? That's all
Yeah,
you
you're
can
putting
do,
the lights
bro.
on me, I'm putting the lights on you, okay?
That's
Okay.
it, bro. I'm recording you. I
Okay.
want your badge and
We
name
have your
number, bro.
identification.
You
Her name is
mean?
Veronica. I'm telling you this right now. Do they have a loud noise complaint? Because if you do, if you
Who
fail
the fuck are you
to
coming
you'll get
to?
obstructed.
Bro, don't
I'm
scare.
letting
Okay.
Hey, I'm letting you guys know 2 months from now, moving out. Why
Hold
is
on.
David? Why
Hey,
is this David
hey.
got so much complaint
Put your
against you?
fucking camera
Hey,
on, bro.
like, it's on.
It's on.
You
Okay.
can't scare me with your shit, bro. You can come tough as you want, bro.
Uh-huh.
It don't scare me. I know my
Come here,
rights,
y'all.
bro.
He needs to come out.
He needs to come out.
Here you go.
Okay,
Come on out. What happened?
Wait for
You're
it.
taking smart mouth.
I want
Hey,
to know
wait,
your
wait,
badge
officer.
and
Get
name
your fucking hand
number.
flashlight out of my face.
Don't put that shit in my
I
face.
want to know your badge number.
You're touching me. That's
Stop.
don't touch me.
Stop.
Hey,
Don't touch me.
Hey,
Stop.
don't
Fucking say
don't
stop.
touch
Hey,
me.
don't touch
Pointing-
me.
Stop
Don't touch
pointing
me.
flashlight at my face.
You're
Stop
touching
that.
No.
me.
I'm not backing up.
No, they touched
Hey,
me.
you
Go
guys
back.
are proper. You guys are in private property. Step back,
Hey,
please.
calm down. I know
Step
my
back. Hey,
law.
officer, can you step? You guys
I've been a
please
lawyer
step
for fucking what? 5 years already?
back. Okay, you guys are a
Okay,
lawyer.
I'm a lawyer.
Listen to her one.
I'm a lawyer.
No.
How about you give me your badge and name number, bro?
That came along with the 6th grade diploma, right?
And he did the badge and name number again right just now too. Somebody put a really funny comment in your video. By the way, people need to watch this video. It's really crazy.
It is.
So here's somebody, Galoot Wrangler. Somebody left a comment called Galoot Wrangler. It says, some legal background. In Bro versus Bro, the Supreme Court decided 5-4 in favor of Bro, with Justice Bro writing the majority and Justice Bro the dissenting opinion. That was funny as shit.
Yeah, because the video before, the one that I think I pinned it. Does anybody believe that the guy that had the tattoos on his face? Did you see that one?
I'm not going back to jail, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That if anybody thought that he might be the long lost grandson of Margaret God dang it. What's her name that played the Wicked Witch of the West?
Hamilton. Margaret Hamilton.
Hamilton, yeah.
You've been asking. You've been asking all the guys. Who's calling? Go write her a ticket for loud noise.
Now they've got 7 or 8 cops.
You touched her. I've been a lawyer for fucking what? 5 years already?
Okay, you got
Okay,
a lawyer.
I'm a lawyer. You touched her.
Sounds like he's trying to convince himself.
Do I have to arrest you? Touched her, bro. She touched me. You touched her, bro.
I got it on camera.
You just touched. You touched. Back up. Back up. What the? What the? Back up. What the? What the you doing? That's my girl. What the? 85. I got one fighting. What the?
You know your stomach. You know your stomach. I'm pregnant. I'm pregnant. I'm pregnant.
I'm not gonna tell you to back up now.
No, your stomach. I'm pregnant.
Back up.
Your stomach. I'm pregnant.
Back up. Back up. Back up now. I'm not gonna tell you again. Go.
And lo and behold, of course, there's children present to witness all this.
Yeah, of course.
Which I have a real issue with.
Yeah. Hey, Iverson Auditor, how are you, buddy? Iverson Auditor in the house. Yeah, now imagine Chili being president at this scene.
Chili would already run.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know, but he would have been problematic. He probably would have tried to yell, get involved, and start yelling shit at the cops about racism.
Read this.
Turn around.
Oh, speaking of racism, before I left the house this morning, I did another video and I wanted to get it out before I left. That's exactly what I mean. We're talking about the worst human being I've ever seen in my life.
Wow.
So when you get a chance, no, I'm telling you.
Yeah, I see the thumbnail. She looks fucking crazy.
She is absolutely the most vile person I've ever covered on a video, ever.
Wow.
Back up. Back up. Back up.
Stop it. Okay, you're pregnant.
I'm not going to tell you again. Back up.
Back
up.
Your face, your face. She is pregnant. What's your name? What's your name?
No, back up.
What's your name? What's your name? Stop resisting. What's your name? You know security. Stop resisting. What is your name? Anthony, what is your name? What is your name? I'm not resisting. I'm not resisting at all. You guys come out.
Back up. I'm not going to tell you again. Back up. Give her the safe. Turn around. You guys are hurting me. You guys are hurting me. You guys are hurting me. Back up now. Back up. I'm not going to tell you again. Go. Go. Back up now. Go. Do not touch me. Do you understand? You just touched me. Do not touch me. Do you understand?
Yeah, go back inside and eat another bowl of Fruit Loops.
Well, then.
Why are you treating me like that? What did we do? I didn't do nothing.
Those poor kids, man.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, just like with Jeremiah and dipshit Samantha with Skylar. I mean, when you see that kind of stuff, it just irks you. You want to just get in your car and find them and snatch that kid away from them. It's just, of course, I'm not so much this group, but because they're older kids. But yeah, Mo, I hear you. That video really, this one got me riled up, but that one really pissed me off. That gal is so vile, so vile.
He's human just like you. Hey!
Stop! I'm not gonna tell you again. Back up and give me my officer some space. Do you understand? I'm not gonna tell you again. Okay? You touched me twice already at this point.
I didn't.
Yes, you did. So get inside the house now. I'm not gonna tell you again.
For what? Give me the phone to do wrong.
Go inside the house
Give me
now.
the phone. Record how you do wrong.
Go.
I'm going to if you let me get in.
I find it interesting that many of them live in one apartment.
Come on, down.
Just breathing everybody else's air.
Yeah.
Dude.
Now, say what?
Just breathing everybody else's air.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah. Now you tell me, you watch that entire video. Does it not seem like, and with that many people being there, doesn't that seem like it was staged? I mean, that the way they came to the door with their phones in their hands, with the light shining in their eyes and all that, and just flying off the handle from the get-go. Yeah. I really do. I really think they sat around and watched some of this shit and they just wanted to try it.
One thing's for sure, they all had really piss poor attitudes.
Yeah. Yeah, no lack of sugar in that apartment, though, is there?
Dude.
That's pretty much it. I mean, they get arrested. I think they were charged with. There was each one of them got a felony, and then the others were misdemeanors. But yeah, I think that was a staged deal. And now that it's come up, and it's 3:40, I got enough time here. I want to kill this.
Which one?
Nothing.
Oh, killing that. Yeah, by the way, getting back to Chile for a second, the case that's being referenced in that story from Reddit about Chile, the girl that was supposedly threatening his mother, that case, I remember reading this before, actually. It's you can read the requesting the letter requesting restraining order against Chile. It's pretty crazy, dude. He like threatens her on Facebook. Basically, this chick, he went to high school with Chile, but we're only, it was only like a hi, how you doing when passing in the hall kind of relationship. Didn't hang out or anything like that. Never good friends. So she ended up working with Chile's mom somewhere, and Chile, out of the blue, I don't know what the actual relationship between her and the mother was, but apparently the mom said to Chile that this girl was bullying her, and then Chile responded by trying to invite her out to coffee, and then through a Facebook message, and then that slowly escalates. Well, actually, it quickly escalates now that I'm looking back at it, to threatening to have a talk with her boyfriend, about bullying his mom. And if my mom dies from your stress, I've already called my father in Colombia. He is old, dying of diabetes, and has nothing to lose, and contacts that would love to take a fishing trip to Alaska. Do you know who my biological father is? You might want to find out. You might want to do a little research. That was from a Facebook message Chile sent to chick, and that's not even the tip of the iceberg. You know how Chile is. Like, he just gets in and like, he says, gets into the bone cancer shit and all that, I mean, like that level of just unhinged maniac, it gets worse and worse and worse from there. But if you have a chance to go read on on that case. I wonder if I put the link to that. I should probably put the link to that in the video because it's pretty horrifying.
Well, just put it down in the comment section. Then when I get a minute, I'll go over to YouTube.
Yeah,
I can pin it, but I'll have to open up another browser.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll link it right here anyway, right? It's pretty fucked up.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gia, that's I like that. That's very humorous. And then somebody Logan says shirtless with their hoses, huh?
I bet Chili has dreams about shirtless cops.
Yeah. Thank you, Gia, by the way.
Yes, thanks, Gia. Gia's awesome. So, yeah, if you guys do get a chance to check that out, it's pretty fucked up. And just remember, like, if you think I'm bullying Chili or anything about his fucking bedwetting, I made it pretty clear that, you know, I made one little joke at that expense, you know what I mean? And if he can't take that too fucking bad, I mean, the point was not that. The point is trying to figure out what's wrong with his fucking brain. You know what I mean? And this is like between Wrangler and Chili, this is like being in the middle of one of those goddamn crime shows on, you know, Discovery Channel. All these fucking just outrageous characters, you know what I mean? Like you can't believe what the fuck they say and do, and you can't believe nobody's paying attention to them. That's how, like, I mean, you know, like those serial killers manage to evade capture throughout the years just because people aren't paying attention to the signs. And I'm not comparing to serial killers. I'm just saying, you know what I mean?
Right.
People just fly under the radar.
They do.
I mean, somebody who isn't a serial killer, although Wrangler is likely a murderer, let's face it. But, you know, shit just doesn't rise to the prosecutable level until there's a pattern established and enough people are banging on pots and pans going, look out for this fucking guy, you know? So I guess that's maybe what I'm trying to do a little bit with the channel. Public service.
Yeah, it's public service. And you don't need
I don't know. Plus, it is fun to, I do like it because I'm able to use a lot of things I'm good at, you know? And I like detective type of shit too. So putting pieces together. And I also, you know, I mean, let's face it, Chili is not that hard to outwit. But, you know, it is fun, you know, trying to take him down a peg or two, make him realize how fucking idiotic he is. But he'll find out soon enough.
That's right.
So
you don't have to justify your work to us.
No, I'm just, you know, this is like this is a therapy session, free therapy session.
Yeah, I hear you. You talk about therapy. Since you didn't watch this video, I'm going to play it real quick, and then we'll wind down. All right.
Which one?
This last one I posted this morning.
Okay.
I'll set it up for you because I'm not going to start at the beginning. Basically, this gal that has these humongous boobs bumped her boobs up against a 17-year-old clerk at some store. She was trying to get a return or something, and it really upset him. And I was like, man, 17-year-olds sure have changed a lot over the years. But anyway, we'll pick up here where she's already started to kind of get a little cocky with the cop. And her boyfriend is also a LEO, I believe, in the same city, but maybe a different precinct, if I picked up on it right. But anyway. So you'll like this gal. She is vile. I mean, vile.
Well, great.
Yeah. What a way to end it out, right?
Cretin.
She's intoxicated and she's not going to drive.
No, they tell me.
Victor 182 Central, Florida tag.
I gotta go.
You're not driving that car, ma'am.
I'm getting my shit.
Okay.
Can I get my shit?
Florida tag. Hey.
You don't run me.
Hey.
You don't run me.
If you try getting in that car and driving, I'm taking a job with DUI.
My shit.
Oh, India 30. Yep, that's your best bet.
Then I'll leave my shit right here.
All right, and I will tow it.
You want to?
And I will tow it.
So you're gonna tow my shit?
Get somebody to drive.
I just got kicked out of
hey.
here for no
Lower your
reason.
voice.
You're gonna
Lower
give me
your voice.
shit.
Lower your voice. I'm not screaming at you. You're
being a cocksucker.
Okay.
You're being a fucking cocksucker.
Okay.
It's in Boston.
Yeah.
Because if you turn this car on,
So
and
you're
get behind
gonna
the
tow
wheel,
my car for being parked illegally right here?
get someone to come pick it up.
I don't have anybody. He's working.
Hey.
He's on duty right now.
So what's his name? Because I'll happily call him over.
Joseph.
Okay.
Call him up.
I will. Give me a second. Grab your stuff and sit over there in the corner.
Tell him to come get my car.
Get your stuff and go sit over there in the corner.
You don't tell me what to do.
I will
You don't
take you to
get
jail.
to tell me what to do.
I can take you to jail.
See, he's giving her a chance to get out of there without giving her a DUI. He could give her a DUI. He didn't physically see her drive her vehicle to where it's at right now, but it was pointed out to him that someone else had it on video, which is enough. So, but he's actually tried to be nice to her, and she's been so vile to him, he's starting to cop an attitude as well.
Joe, that's for sure. You want to go to jail for DUI?
I'm not in my car.
That's what I'm saying.
The car is not on.
Grab your stuff.
So you cannot legally give me a DUI.
I mean, I can tow the car though right now because it's improperly parked.
Then tow my car. It'd be cheaper than a DUI.
Okay. Don't get behind the wheel. Do you want to grab your stuff or no? Do you want to grab
my keys? And I am not behind the wheel, so therefore it is not a DUI. That is one of the things when you date a car, you realize it.
Okay.
So, tow my car. A couple $100 tonight. Okay. Good to go.
Yeah.
No more shit.
Okay.
Over a ticket.
Okay. You said is his name?
You can blow me, you cocksucker.
No, thank you.
Blow me.
Nobody wants to do that. Just on the curb.
No.
Yeah.
No. Call my car.
All right.
And if they damage it,
Florida State Statute 316.072. If you stay on the roadway after I've given you lawful order to get off the road, I'm taking you to jail for that. So your best bet is to go over there in the curb and wait for someone.
You're intelligent.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I don't want to turn my car on.
No, if you turn your car on, I'm taking you to jail for DUI.
I know. Hold on.
Goes on the side.
So apparently,
Is that someone coming and picking up the car?
this asshole, this cocksucker, who claims to be a police officer, supposed to serve and protect, is
Is that boyfriend?
going to tow my car.
Victor 192 Central.
Tow my car. And I can't even show my car.
Sorry, not Central. 400 reading.
The same fat that was in the movie.
Let me get you in front of a cop theater for one with keys.
Yeah. Welcome to my life. So he's gonna tow my car, and I'm gonna Uber back to my house where I can deal with him because he's being an asshole. Apparently, he has no respect for law. Or maybe he's just arrogant.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
You got your ID on you, ma'am?
Nope.
I need your ID.
I don't have it.
If you fail to provide me your ID, you're finna to identify yourself as a law enforcement officer.
Well, guess what? I'm gonna call 911 on you and get you for sexual harassment, you piece of shit.
I got a camera right here. Hey, you're not free to go. You're not free to go. You're not free to go. You need to identify yourself because of this traffic infraction.
Get away from me.
Nope. You're not free to go. Go right there.
Get away from me.
Nope. I need you to identify yourself, ma'am, because if not, you're gonna go to jail
You
for.
can't believe this? I come to the movie theater and I'm getting harassed.
Okay. I need your ID, ma'am. I need
don't
your
have
ID. Your name. You don't have my ID? All right. What's your name?
So I'm gonna have to just tow my car and let me go. So I'm gonna have to Uber home. This is turning into a nightmare.
I'm code 4. Sorry, I didn't hear you guys call me.
I'm a nightmare. Because hey, I picked up a movie theater. This piece of shit thinks he's Johnny Law. He ain't shit.
Okay. Hey, I need you to identify yourself, ma'am.
This is my car. Run my tag. Get my name.
I need you to identify yourself. You need to be carrying.
I don't need to do shit for you because you're not being respectful right now.
You're legally detained.
You're not being respectful right
Says
now.
someone who's screaming.
You're not being respectful.
Have I raised my
I
voice
am
at all
not
to
my
you?
car. You said you were towing my car.
Yes, and this is a traffic infraction. Since you were the one who left it here, you're the one getting the ticket.
And I told you to tow my car.
Yeah,
I will Uber the home.
Yeah, and I need your ID.
For what?
To identify you. Because
You
you're the
have
one who
my
committed.
tag.
You're the one who committed the traffic infraction. Are you refusing
For
to
going to the fucking movie theater? Are you serious?
Hey, are you refusing to identify yourself to a law enforcement officer?
What I'm refusing to do.
Hey, this the only thing. You're making this a lot harder than it has to be.
No, you're being an asshole.
Hey. Okay.
What's the problem here?
You're getting excited for traffic
Because
infraction.
I stopped here.
Traffic infraction.
Because I stopped here.
Yes.
And I thought that
don't touch
you
me.
were going to
Don't
be
touch
someone
me.
that was going
Step
to
back.
help me. And you're not. You're a piece of shit, just like every other cop, like the Daytona cop that got shot in his head.
Okay. Hey, last
just
time
like
I'm gonna
every
tell
other cop.
Are you gonna give me your ID to identify yourself?
Go.
Okay.
Take my car.
Right, fair enough.
No. No. Don't touch.
Did you catch that, DP?
The case insert.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, the fact that she wishes that he would have been the cop that got shot in the face instead of the young cop that got killed, and then she brings it up again. But now she's going to start getting racist.
Touch me.
Great.
Put your hands behind your back.
What the f are you doing? I did nothing to you.
Yep. Put your hands behind your back.
You're done. Your job is done.
Yep.
Your career
Put your
is
hands behind your
over.
back. Ma'am, stop persisting.
I'm not. You have
Put your
no
hands behind your back.
reason to detain me.
Put your hands behind your back.
Get up.
What a piece of garbage this person is. You believe that
You think you're stronger than me? Hey! Look at that shit! And abuse! Abuse!
you're a liar.
Hey, do me a favor, stay over here on the side, please.
The f off me! Get off me! Get off me! You broke it, didn't you?
No.
You broke your can, didn't
It
you?
just came off.
Get off me!
All right, stand up. All right. Come on. You walking over there?
No, you just brought my shit all over.
What's up? Nah, just give me a second, guys.
Get the f off me! They're gonna steal my shit.
182 Central. Don't be much Central.
Are you f***ing serious right now? Are you serious right now?
Yep.
You're really gonna f***ing do this over a f***ing movie ticket?
No, that's not why all this happened.
They're gonna steal my shit.
They're not gonna steal anything.
They're f***ing, of course they are.
Sit in the car.
I'm a f***ing racist bitch.
Sit in the car. Hey guys, you guys were watching the whole thing, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I got.
Do you guys mind doing this quick statement for me? Just basically saying what
I
you guys
do
saw.
not mind at all. That girl was crazy. I got half of it on video. If you need it.
Yep. I'll get that in a second. Thank you. You need the ambulance to come check you off for your shoulder and face?
I do.
Okay. Nope.
You
Just
piece of shit.
You're staying inside the car. Put your feet inside the car. So, she got kicked out of there for hitting a minor with her tits. No. She like
bumped the minor.
Like it was a full like, and then she's like, "What?" She's like, "Why is he complaining?" So we just kicked her out because of that. She was very intoxicated, like she was swerving over, falling, and all that. Comes over here. Bring her. When I'm calling and everything, she brought her car there. She was very intoxicated from inside. So I'm like, "Hey, when she gets up, huh?" All right. Starts causing a scene over there. I'm like, "Hey, get someone to come pick up your car and be on your way. You're not okay to drive." Those people behind were recording.
Hang on, sit in the car, okay? You don't have to get out. Just
He's
sit
an
back.
asshole.
All right,
He's an asshole.
I understand.
He smashed my face off the pavement.
All right, so what happened?
So,
all right, relax for a second.
He smashed my face off the pavement. I'm 130 pounds. Like,
Sit down.
I'm sitting. He's abusive.
So,
I gotta think about my story.
Try to get her ID, asking for ID and everything. Doesn't want to identify herself. continues. I'm like, hey, do it. Says no.
I got kicked
fuck you,
out of
fuck
here
you.
for no reason.
So when I tried to take her into custody, she starts pulling away from me, put her arms behind her, put her arms away from me. She gets
Freaking face
to her
planted me.
car,
Look at my face.
and then gets put on floor, continues resisting, hitting. We're trying to kick her
Look
out.
at the side of my face.
Put her in
He
handcuffs.
face planted me.
Continue in the groins. And continue acting like I spit at her the whole time. They have video and they're willing to do a statement too.
He's an asshole.
For this. My accent fell off halfway through, but
all right. All right,
so
she wouldn't move. Is that what we're taking her?
No, he
for repeating to identify something.
He wouldn't let me.
That's why initially I was trying to do
it. Be that white car,
so I could give her the citation for the car.
Okay. All right,
and then we
have a seat, that, please. Okay, I'm going to talk to you here in a second. Okay, I'm the supervisor.
He's not nice. He hurt me.
I'm going to talk to you in a
He
second.
hurt me. He hurt me.
All right, just relax.
Look at my face. Look at the side of my face. It was unnecessary. My shoulders. Look at my shoulder. Look at my shoulder.
Did you show me your identification yet?
Look at my shoulder from him.
Before that, did you show me your ID?
I did because it was they removed me from the theater for no reason. It wasn't even because I was drunk. They said that I made I made a gesture.
Hey, did you watch her pull up here? Did you see her pull up there? Yeah. So under the influence, she drove the car up here.
No, he did not. He was not out here when I came out.
Well, his video will tell you.
But he was not.
Well,
he was not.
All right, here's what's gonna happen.
Look at what he did to me.
We're gonna take pictures of it, okay? And we're gonna get you checked out. But you're gonna be going to jail tonight, okay?
For what?
All right.
For what?
Well, for DUI.
No.
Resisting arrest.
No.
And if you keep kicking the car and break it, you're charged with that.
Are you serious right now?
Yes, ma'am. What's that?
I'd like to respond to a couple of those.
You're supposed to serve and protect me. He just roughed me up.
That happens when you resist arrest.
No, I was not under arrest when he did that.
Oh, he was in the process of taking you into custody when you resisted.
No, he was not.
Yes, ma'am.
You're a piece of shit, you Mexican.
Sit down, ma'am. Stop. Before you get a hate crime attached to it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm a racist.
And then you kicked him. So that's battery on the law enforcement.
Because look what he did to my shoulder.
But ma'am, had you not been driving drunk.
I wasn't driving. I was parked.
Identify yourself.
I was parked.
Well, you pulled up there and he
watched you. No, he did not. He was not in his car.
You don't have to be in your car to see you.
He was not in his car.
You don't have to be in the car to see you drive drunk.
Are you serious right now?
Yes, ma'am.
So you're gonna stick with him?
I'm telling you the law, ma'am.
No, you're telling me that you're boys in blue.
I'm telling you the law.
So maybe you should have been one who got shot in the head instead of that young kid.
Sit down, ma'am. Relax, okay?
No, I will not.
Do you want to be checked out medically?
Yeah, I f***ing do.
Okay.
Look what you did to me.
I didn't touch you, ma'am.
No, look what he did to me.
I understand.
That's just gonna, tell you what, I will take it all the way. It'll be his badge.
Please have a seat.
It'll be his badge. You don't put your hands on a woman like this.
Ma'am, please have a seat.
No.
Ma'am, please have a seat. Ma'am, can you have a seat?
Look at my face.
Ma'am, can you have a seat, please?
Look at my face.
Can you have a seat, please?
So how did both sides of my face get scraped?
Can you have a seat, please?
Is that what your officer?
You should have a seat. Relax. We're going to get medical attention for you, okay? I'm going to watch the video, okay? And if the video says something else, it says something else. We'll work it out, okay?
You've been useless. He's a piece of shit. You piece of shit.
Please have a seat. You don't even need to switch hats because...
Take your badge off, you cocksucker!
Cocksucker.
Well, she called him a Mexican piece of crap, too.
I called him all kinds of things. Look what he did to my face and my shoulder. Look what he did to me.
He watched her. She acted.
All right.
Don't give her a hard time, okay? We'll be right here.
Oh!
Oh, your shoulder got a little straight.
All right, we can,
it did get a little straight. It got f***ed up. Like, Jesus.
Nothing's broke.
I think you have an ID first.
No, I realized something is.
How much have you had to drink?
Just 3 drinks. Like, it's not even, it's a principle.
All right, no. I'm just finding out for medical purposes. I don't have nothing to do with it.
It's a principle, that piece of shit. That...
Hey, don't try to kick anybody.
I hate you all. I hope you all get shot in the face.
Hey, summer, man. It's summer.
I hope you all die. Oh, I'm not being nice right now.
Okay.
Stop it.
Not resisting. Stop
I
it.
hope you get next one to get shots in the head.
Good. You are going to need for all sorts of stuff.
That's fine. So with that coffee or shot, I feel so bad. I hate you all.
Okay, I mean, it is what it is. That's a pretty belt. Where'd you get it at?
How about you go yourself?
Yeah, I'm heading back over. Ryan, you good?
Hey, I got it.
Okay.
This was better than the usual ones you guys call us out for. Yeah, she tried to kick me in my nuts.
Oh, yeah, she kicked me in my nuts.
Yeah, she got you right over here on Saturday always.
She doesn't know how to act.
No. And for her age?
Yeah, no.
You Mexican, you dirty. You dirty. You disgust me. I hope you get shot in the head by the next traffic stop.
Lovely. And then her boyfriend's a cop apparently in South Daytona. Yes or no? Do you want to do field sobriety exercise, see if you're intoxicated? Yeah.
And you know what? Don't put me in.
Well, I have to be the one performing
I'm
them.
telling you.
You don't tell me what to do.
I'm going to be there.
He's white. I trust him.
Okay.
I don't trust you. You already slammed me. You bruised me. You maimed me.
Okay. Would you be willing to do
She's under arrest anyway?
Yeah, she's.
Well, then I don't have to do it.
Okay.
We can take her.
So you don't want to? You don't want to do
If
it?
I'm going to jail anyways.
Yeah.
Then whatever.
So you don't want to?
Then what's the difference?
Okay. Listen, you can perform them or you don't have to. It's yes or no. And if you don't want to do them, I'm going to offer you the breath test. Do you want to submit to a test of your breath?
I'm fucking tired of this.
So what do you want to do?
Do you want to do breath test? Yes or
It's
no?
all your fault, you piece of shit.
Okay.
No.
Yes or no?
No. Yes or no, answer the question. Okay? Do you want to perform field sobriety exercises? And if you don't, do you want to give a breath test?
If I'm going to jail either way, I don't want to do any of it.
Okay. So that's a no for both.
Get the f- away from me. You're a f- get away from me.
No. You know what he is?
He's a
He is probably the best trainer.
No,
I've ever
he's
met.
not. He's not.
Absolutely
He's not.
he is.
He's trying to make a name for himself. He's actually a cunt. Just wait. Wait till I make a complaint. You piece of shit.
Okay. My sergeants are here.
It's fine. You think you're the only one I complain to? You think that your sergeants are the only higher ups?
She's really
right
putting
now,
the pedal
in the
down,
moment
man.
that you're living in, yes. But the reality of
But it really doesn't go much from here. But just, I mean, you get to see what a vile piece of shit she is. What's
I think
interesting?
we got that.
Well, what's interesting is, and I haven't had time yet today, and I made the comment that I'm going to look up her arrest record, and I'm going to make her pay in another video.
Yeah, I'm wondering if I shouldn't make a video. Does anybody happen to know or remember if anybody's done a video on the restraining order from the girl that's mentioned in the chili bedwetting video I just made? Because it's, I've forgotten I read this a while ago, but it's pretty intense, man. This is a real window into Chili's head, and it's not good.
Right.
I wonder if I don't know. We'll see.
I'll look into it.
Maybe I'll get to that.
I've been so far
maybe I can-
detached from
maybe I
Chili
can-
for so long.
Yeah.
I just
maybe-
look back. I've got a lot of videos on him. I
Maybe-
used to save just about everything just because he's always saying
Yeah.
some stupid
Maybe we can do that on another live stream or something. Goes.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I'm definitely going to follow up on this gal, and I'm gonna make sure that I do my part to put another video out with her racist, vile piece of shit personality. And
Yeah, she's she ain't Miss America.
no, far from it.
She's not Miss Congeniality. But think about that. Somebody like that. I mean, she's not dirty. She's not homeless. You know, she's obviously got some money. She has some means. And, you know, she had a nice car. It's like people that fucking dumb and unpleasant can not only function, but sort of have some measure of, like, you know, comfortability in this country. That's insane.
Your next door neighbor.
There's too many people making too many problems. Hey, MSG, what's up, man?
Oh, there's a message.
Going live later. I have a little, maybe we should play the little Wrangler video I made since MSG is here so he can catch it. I emailed you, Ram.
Okay.
We'll play that one. And then I'll release it on my channel in a little bit. I can't see too much longer because I got to go send some stuff out to a.
I don't have any new mail. I've got the one you sent earlier.
I emailed it to you. Oh, wait. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Now, Hi, Ram. Yes, sir, Bob. All right, let's see.
Yeah, this was inspired by Stone Vet. He called Wrangler a slack-jawed yokel the other day. And I was like, oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, fucking Cletus the slack-jawed yokel from The Simpsons. Perfect. So I made this little video.
Here we go.
With AI Wrangler. Dun, 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 dun. I got to get that music clip. Where is it? Hello? Earth to Ram.
What?
Are you playing it? Because we're not seeing anything.
Yeah, I'm trying. Hold on.
I'm in San Pedro right now. You have custody
Is it up now?
Yeah, I emailed it to you, buddy.
You're not seeing it?
In the vehicle right now.
No, that's something
okay.
else. That was some sort of audio clip. Was that what you meant to play? I sent.
That's the only email I had. Just hang on.
Let me see if I can find it. Hey, Shellback, were you in the Navy?
Okay, inbox. There, you just sent another one, Wrangler vid. There we go.
Yeah, I don't know what that other one was.
I don't either. Somebody sent it. Said, hi, Ram. I didn't look. I'll look at it here in a minute. All right, we got the right one now. You thought you sent it. Ha ha.
So you crossed the line then, Shellback, on a cruise. Nice.
All right. That it?
That's it.
That's it. Oh, goodness. Oh.
Nice, Shellback.
Go back and see what this other video was. Oh. Okay.
Just a little silliness.
Yeah, that was from Rogera, the one I tried to play before. This is a custody thing that goes very well, very quickly. Definitely a caring thing. Okay, I'll check it out. Thanks, Rogera. Sure thing. It was the only unopened mail in my box. I just didn't look.
Gotcha. Cool. Yeah, I'll put that one up. I'll just put a little intro and or an outro on it anyway. Put it up on the channel live in a little bit. That way, if you want to play it, Master Sergeant, share it around. Hopefully, I'll be able to make the live. I feel like dog shit right now.
Well, you sound a lot better now than you did when we started. So.
Yeah, well, I drank some medicine and
Alka-Seltzer plus cold medicine.
No, what do you fucking work for Alka-Seltzer?
No, it just works for me.
Trying to ram it down my throat.
Yeah, it just works for me.
Yeah, it's whatever off-brand fucking Dayquil shit my wife bought. I don't know. And ibuprofen
from one of the street vendors.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You know it. Yeah, no. Cool. Well, I got to get going because I got
same thing here.
The post office and so forth. And I definitely everybody go check out Master Sergeant's live stream tonight.
It's at 5:30 or 6:30.
I don't remember.
I think it said.
I have a notification for it, so
I'll post it.
I'll start looking around 5:30.
Yeah, I think
or when I get off the phone here. I guess you know what. I can find out really easily as soon as I get my shoes on here. Let's see. Well, I guess we could ask him if he's still here.
Yeah.
We have multiple
he's
options.
in the chat.
And we're not exploring any of them.
7:30 Eastern.
7:30 Eastern. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that would have been the most direct way.
6:30 Central, and 1 o'clock your time.
Please don't confuse me anymore than I already am.
Sorry, just a little
I'm
joke.
about
Just a little joke.
30% brain
2 weeks
capacity
ago.
right now. Yeah, I'm running on fumes right now.
Yeah,
so
you'll make it, bro. Yeah, I got some stuff to take care of, and then I'm glad it's at 6:30 my time because that means I can get over there for it. I will be somewhere at 5, and I'm gonna try to get back home.
Looking forward to that.
Yep,
that'll be a fun Friday night.
Yep, I look forward to getting caught up on Stone Bet and Tats too. I haven't had a chance to. Been so damn busy this week.
Yeah, it felt like things were just kind of slow this week on YouTube anyway, a little bit.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it's like I told you in that message I sent you, I felt the same way. It looked like overall it was kind of that way. Just activity taper down a little bit. All right,
gang.
Everybody, Logan and Danny, Sweet Melissa, Mo, Linda, Logan, Shellbag, Big Mort. What's up, dude? And then Tats, if you're still around, thanks for coming by. And Master Sergeant, thank you for coming by. Appreciate it.
Jet.
Yep, Jet.
Jet, thanks again for the Reddit link.
Yeah, that was cool. That worked out really well. That was great. He sent that to me too, but I knew you were on it, so there was no reason to forward. Oh, maybe I did forward it to you. But anyway, I knew you got it because I saw your link at the top of the email link. Danny, who else still hanging around here? My tro hurts.
Yeah.
My tro hurts.
I like that name.
Oh, goodness. I love some Logan.
Scotto
was around at the very beginning, but I think he may have taken off. But anyway, appreciate everybody for coming by. You know, we do this for fun. We do it for you guys. We can make videos to humor ourselves, but we do this for you all. So until the next time, that's Dickbag.
So long, suckers.
And I'm Brother Ram. We'll see you next time.